Tell us what you've been telling people on Monster Territory about this team, the highs, the lows, and how to fix it.
Before coming on today, I was trying to think what is the right nickname for this team. I've been using the phrase lately, consistently inconsistent, but they're trying to be the driveline darlings to me, but they're just not doing a great job at it. It's just a very weird year right now. When this team is on, they do a lot of things well, but then they mess up so many other times. You look at the defense, right? They're leading in errors right now. The Rockies are actually doing better in that department right now. That's pretty crazy. But they make so many mistakes on the field. And when you take a look at the offense, it's been so inconsistent. They lead the major leagues in swings this year. They're very good when it comes to exit velocity, right? They can bang, but they're not very good with the plate discipline. They have the sixth highest strikeout percentage this year, the fifth highest chase percentage on the year. Against fastballs, they're one of the lesser teams out there. So, when they have their good days, yeah, they're pretty solid, but there's just too many inconsistencies with this team right now. And then the starting pitching, you got Garrett Crochet, who's been amazing. He's the war pig, but after him, I mean, it's so up and down. You've had injuries, underperformances. It's just been a mess.
I want to hit the inconsistencies. I feel like we knew this going into the season, that the defense was boo-boo and they would swing a lot and they had no plate discipline. Did they really think, or did fans really buy the fact that Alex Bregman was a Gold Glover coming into the year, had great plate discipline, would just permeate this entire lineup and fix everything? Or was it something that, it was smoke and mirrors until the season started and now they kick the ball around like a Fenway Sports soccer team?
I'm trying to come up with an analogy. I'm sure AJ will love this one. Coming into the year, it almost felt like the 2005 playoffs, right? You got a good team on the field, but then you get hammered in game one against the White Sox. AJ Brzezinski's hitting a home run off Matt Clement, and everything just goes to crap, and that's kind of how this season's really been. Bregman, one of the best players in the American League. But, he goes down and then you just see a lot of flaws get exposed. He already had some flaws getting exposed. And that's telling me that there seems to be more of a philosophical thing going on here. There's more things that are just deep rooted. The approach, I just don't think it's the right approach. Sure, some nights it works, but they don't make the right adjustments, especially in the plate discipline department. I want to see them take more pitches instead of just swinging out of their shoes constantly, trying to hit home runs. Again, they're trying to be the driveline darlings, and they're not doing a very good job at it.
Two homers in that game, okay? I had two homers in that game. One to left and one to right.
It was one off Clement.
One after I tried to bunt, by the way, and then I hit a three. It was actually a three-run homer.
And then I still cry myself to sleep, AJ. So
I see that. We not only did I end Moneyball, I ended the chance for the Red Sox to go back-to-back. So it was perfect. It worked out good. But my question is who's been more disappointing the last month? Has it been Trevor Story or has it been Christian Campbell, who was the darling, signed the big contract? And look at his numbers the last month. They have gone just straight.
Yeah. I never want to get on to, a guy who, he's a rookie in Major League Baseball. He's going to go through his adjustments. He's going to go through his periods where he's going to have some tough times. I mean, you look at Dustin Pedroia back in 2007, Red Sox fans all over the land were saying, all right, please send this guy back down. And then he ended up coming around, winning Rookie of the Year, MVP the year later. So I'm not going to get on to Christian Campbell too much. That guy works extremely hard. I have no doubt that he's going to be back on track at some point. I'm looking at Trevor Story. Luckily, he had a good series in Atlanta. I mean, thank goodness he had that series. But I'd say he's one of the biggest disappointments in baseball this year, obviously getting the amount of money that he gets. And he even knows it too. I mean, he would be the first one to say, this is on me. I'd have to say Trevor Story. You need more out of the bat with him.
Do you think Jarren Duran is in a Red Sox uniform after this season if the team finishes at 500 and easily out of the playoffs?
I love me a good trade. I love me some trade rumors. I love putting them together. This might sound like a cop-out answer, but I'll go 50-50 on it because I think you could also look into something with Wilyer Abreu. I did wonder coming into the year if one of their outfielders would get moved. I'm convinced now it probably won't be Cedar Rafaela. He's just so good defensively in the outfield, and he's showing you a lot with the bat lately. There's a lot of upside with him. I just wonder, with these arbitration guys like Wilyer, Duran, you could move one of them because it opens the door for a certain guy. I don't know if you know him or not. His name's Roman Anthony. He's all over the news waves today. So,
okay. Is Roman Anthony the answer? Is my follow-up question to that. So I appreciate you saying that, because you add a young guy into a lineup that has all those flaws that you just said. There's one, pressure on him. Two, you learn from what you see around you.
So with Roman, I mean, the talent I think is off the charts. I honestly could see a guy where he gets a lot of comps to JD Drew, where I think, he has that talent level with JD Drew. Obviously, he had a lot of injuries, the commitment on the field that was in question at times. I think Roman has the ability that JD Drew had. If you go to those scouting reports back when he was coming up, JD Drew is being regarded as one of the next best players in baseball. I think Roman has that ability. The plate discipline that he has, it's off the charts. I do think he is going to be a very good player with the Red Sox, but I don't think he should be counted on this year to be a big-time player. I don't think it's fair to, give him that Jackson Merrill label of, what he did for the Padres last year. I think that's unfair. I do think he could come up and contribute. Now, there is some swing and miss in Roman's game. I do think that could end up getting shown a bit more at the major league level, but I just think with the talent that he has, the plate discipline that he has, I think he's going to end up being very good for the Red Sox. And I think if he comes up here in the next week or two, I think he's going to contribute right away.
Are you sure about the comparison you want to bring up with JD Drew and the Red Sox? Because he didn't have a great time with the Red Sox, did he? His brother did okay, but JD, I don't know that he was one of the Red Sox, the Massholes' favorite people, was he? So are you sure you want to go there?
No. Hold on a second. I'm not comparing, the personalities, I would say.
Okay.
I will say with JD, did have that big-time grand slam in Game 6 back in 2007. I've never been so loud running around my living room at a grand slam. So that was something. But no, I'm more looking at the ability. And I did talk to some Baseball America people about this, and they agree with me. They do see a lot of JD Drew's game in Roman Anthony, not the off the field personality.
FT fam, you might have a boring, old, crusty, unpretty razor, and it might be expensive. So, AJ, should they consider another option?
Look how cool this is. Look at the color scheme. Look at it. Little sheath to hide the blades when you travel. Works great. I've been using this for a couple weeks now with Harry's. Clean, no bumps, no cuts. Works great. And you know the best part? It's a great price, especially if you use the foul territory code, Scott.
That's right. Harrys.com/foul. Guess what? You can also get yourself a no-risk trial. So if you don't like your shave, no worries. It's on Harry's. They're not worried about it. Get the edge on your shave with Harry's. Normally, the trial set is $10. But right now, you can get it for just $6 at harrys.com/foul. Use the exclusive link, harrys.com/foul, for a $6 trial set.
You mentioned Garrett Crochet earlier. Is he the best pitcher in the American League, not named Tarek Skubal right now? And should he start the All-Star game possibly?
I think he should start the All-Star game. He was my pick for the Cy Young coming into the year. He's the war pig, man. I don't know if you noticed that during this was hilarious to me, during that little, I guess, do you call it a scuffle? I don't even know what you call it, before the Angels Red Sox game yesterday with the first base coach and Tyler Anderson. There was Garrett Crochet in full uniform. I think he was probably throwing a bullpen or something. That was hilarious to me. That guy's always ready to go. He's the war pig. He's going to be, I think, the Cy Young this year.
Okay. Does the war pig have the ability to pitch more than every 5 days? Because where does this rotation go? And did Craig Breslow set this rotation up for what they are right now, since Tanner Houck has done what Tanner Houck has done this year?
That we talked disappointments earlier. I think you can look at Tanner Houck as well. I mean, the year that he had last year, there was a little bit of a drop off in the second half for Houck last year, but he showed a lot, right? 30 starts, solid ERA. Everything was looking very good. I think there's something mechanically going on with him right now. My guess is they did the Phantom IL and they're trying to work on some stuff with him. And, maybe he is going through some stuff as well. But I think he's definitely been a disappointment. They're going to have to figure out what to do with him. Bueller, he's been up and down. He's had some injuries this year. Brian Bayo, he's not even throwing really any changeups this year, at least effective changeups compared to what it's been in the past. A couple of years ago, this guy, he was tossing these changeups in there, and these guys couldn't even hit it. He's been off. So I don't know, man. It kind of just makes me wonder. I get back to the philosophical side of things. Sure, you could have the talent on the field, but are they taking the right approach to having these guys ready on the field? And right now, starting pitching wise, after Crochet, it's really questionable. That's where I do wonder if, sure, they do have to fix some things up, but could you use Duran or Abreu as, maybe some trade pieces to go land a starter out there? I don't think that's completely out of the question.
All right. You spoke of the dust up before the game, whatever that was, old men yelling at each other, get off my lawn. Who do you think wins in that fight? Garrett Crochet or the rest of the coaching staff from the Angels?
Oh, man. Poor Ron Washington. He can't get involved with that. Come on, he's got that, he had the infamous line, right? First base. It's incredibly hard, right? You can't touch Ron Washington. Is this the same kind of argument like the apes or the whatever that was against one person? Same. Okay. I'm going War Pig all the way. I'm sticking with my guy, man. I think he's got it, especially if he's in full uniform like he was yesterday.
But by the way, that was a poor fight. I don't know what they were arguing about, but then Alex Cora goes over there with his green Starbucks and is like, "Hey, I'm sorry, Tyler Anderson. We might trade for you later, so let's be friends, okay?" My green Starbucks, right?
It was Duncan.
AC,
it was Duncan.
Was it Duncan?
Okay,
had to be Duncan, or Alex Cora is out. He's out of Boston if it's not Duncan. You cannot.
You might have to fire him.
But it's a fireable offense. Am I not wrong, Robbie?
Listen, Cora, people keep going back and forth lately. Is he on the hot seat? I'm not ready to go there yet, but come on. It's not even just that it was Starbucks. It's a matcha. You couldn't even just get like an iced coffee, come on, matcha? Like, what are we doing?
Hey, listen, Robbie. I'm disappointed. Speaking of, not only I have my Starbucks here, by the way. Shout out sponsorship Starbucks, but
it's not matcha.
I want to know
so
this. Speaking of green things, how do you? It's definitely not matcha. But I'm in Vegas, so I need a coffee to wake up this morning. Here's my question for you, Robbie. You're talking about green things. How is your shirt every day not the Green Monster New City Connects? Like, that seems like is the easiest thing for you in the world, is that you should wear that every day. And then you have the Green Monster behind you, and you could blend in. And when things go crazy, you could just kind of do a Manny Ramirez and back up the Homer Simpson and disappear into the wall.
I got to say, they are sharp. I do like them. I do like them a lot. I actually did order one, and those things are pricey, by the way. If anyone out there wants to help me out and get me one, that'd be cool. Well, I did get one, but I had to return it. I got it a little too small. You never know with these jerseys. I got some that are like large, and they fit just right. And then sometimes a large with the jerseys, they can be too big. And, so I got that one at a large. It was just way too small. So I don't have a City Connect right now. So if anyone wants to help me out there, I would much appreciate that. So,
Robbie, I can't get you a City Connect, but I can. I need your, since you are the voice of the Red Sox now on our media network. It's my Monster Green. It's my Monster Green wall.
I do like it.
It is. That's exactly what I got from, I don't know where it was, the paint store or something. So it's good. Am I allowed to keep it? I played 0 games, but I was on the team for 2.5 days. I didn't get any
as long as the paint was from Sherwin-Williams. One of my good buddies is he was a manager there at one point. So as long as it's Sherwin-Williams, was it Sherwin-Williams?
Yeah. Let's say yes.
Perfect. You got it.
Okay.
Keep
perfect.
it. No,
okay,
I like
good.
it. It contrasts very well with the shirt. So it's a nice look.
The amount of brand drops in the last few minutes it's just incredible. So I want to finish with this. This is actually some cool news. that some people on our show might not know about, but the press release officially came out today. I don't know if you caught it yet, Robbie, but the press release reads, NESN and Sportsnet Pittsburgh, because they work together, and Foul Territory Network announced distribution partnership. We'll cover the Ken Rosenthal part of that in our break, but Monster Territory, hosted by popular baseball YouTuber Robbie Hyde, streams on NESN Nation with fresh episodes after every Red Sox game. So congratulations, Robbie. I'm pretty excited to see you on there, obviously, in addition to YouTube, Pod, everywhere else. And how's it been going?
It's it's amazing, growing up, just the doofus that I was and still am, sitting in my room watching games on NESN, and now I'm talking on NESN. That's the weirdest thing. I got to watch AJ kick the crap out of the Red Sox all the time on NESN, for crying out loud. Now I get to talk about the Red Sox getting beat up all the time on NESN. So it's good. I'm very excited. It's an amazing opportunity. I'm very thankful for it. It's pretty crazy to even think about, honestly.
Hey, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.